You can't excuse things that the Bulls do wrong, even when we're winning. This is the thing I've been trying to drill home to so many fans, and maybe it's one of those things that I need to just realize it comes with the territory of having a YouTube channel, because you have people in the comments anytime you point out anything that's remotely, critiquing, and God forbid if it being negative about the team, you get people that blow back with, oh well, are we not first in the East? Did we not do this? Everything, even in the win against Atlanta, that reared its head there is part of the reason why we've lost the last two games. You have to be able to objectively look at your team. Yeah, you're right. You have to be able to objectively do that and have a conversation intelligently about your team. Otherwise, you're just going to be caught in the wind. This team got outcoached, outplayed, right? Outside of the second quarter, the Bulls got outplayed in every single quarter in this game. The third quarter curse, I said it before at the halftime hangout. If the Bulls' third quarter curse showed its head, we're losing this game. And that's exactly what happened. Bulls got outscored 36-21 in the third quarter after tying the second quarter and coming back, fighting to close that gap down to 9 before the half. They did win the fourth quarter, but by then the game was already decided. Listen, for everybody who asks all the time why the Bulls don't get more national media attention, why don't they get more love, why don't they get more respect for how they played? When you're 2-13, 2-13 against teams above 600, you don't get that respect. I don't want to hear how long the Bulls were in first and second in the East. I don't want to hear that, because at the end of the day, the competition that we're going to be facing in the playoffs, the competition that is the upper echelon of the NBA, we have a losing record against. And then another thing to drill home, the Bulls in this game, 23 assists, right? Much better than the 16 and 18 assists they've had in the last few games. But a great stat came out today that I wasn't aware of. When the Bulls have less than 18 assists, they are now 5-5, a 500 team. Ball movement is important. It's just what it is. You can see red all day, but you shouldn't see red and be blind. And by that, you have to see what the things that this team needs to correct. Now, I understand the people who say and think, all right, well, hopefully a lot of this is going to be corrected with getting AC Lonzo, Patrick Williams back fully healthy. And it very well may. I want to be clear and say it very well may. But at the end of the day, the being out coached thing, that is a real thing. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it again when it comes to Billy Donovan against the elite coaches in the league. Not just the good coaches, but the elite coaches. The elite coaches. Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen. But again, with all that being said, do I still have a lot of faith in my team? Absolutely. I'm going to be a diehard Bulls fan forever, and I'm going to ride with this team until they're eliminated and their season is over. That's just period. But we have to realize that there's a very real possibility if the Bulls don't wake up and start playing better, that by the playoffs they're going to be the fourth seed. Very real possibility of that, and that's still okay. If they're fully healthy, it still gives them a fighter's chance to get against everyone. But we have to be realistic in some things that are going to happen with this team in the upcoming games. Let's go ahead and go to the comments. Miami definitely took us to the woodshed. Absolutely, JQ. MC Season just says, shaking my head. Chris says, these Bulls losses don't count into the GOAT crew. No, they count. No. Damn, that was rough. Now I have a lot of homework to do. Hey, that is crazy. First game I had to turn off this year. Team still has a lot of work to be a contender. That is for sure. That is for sure. Torian with the truth. Pathetic performance. And it sucks to say that about your team, right? I'm sure Torian doesn't say that lightly. This absolutely was a pathetic performance from a team that we want to be seen as contenders. 2 more games left this week. 2 more tough games. Bulls need to play better. Matthew just has the straight face. Levian Clothing also shares the pathetic. J3 Cabrera says it's all good. We all knew it was going to be a really, really tough second half of the season. Yeah, but that is, like I said, I don't mind losing close games ever. You would never hear me come in here and a Bulls lose a close game and me completely blow up about it. It just won't happen because teams lose close games all the time. But when the Bulls get clearly outclassed at every level, that's a problem. That's a problem. Alex says the only Bulls players showing heart in this game were Io and Tristan Thompson. No ball movement, bad passing, lack on defense. We should not be getting blown out by a team just one seed above us. Yeah, yeah. Rebound battle still closer than what I thought. It really felt like the Bulls got completely out rebounded, but they only lost the rebounding battle by one this game. Only by one. Turnovers, 14 turnovers for the Bulls. I don't remember what it was at the half, but 14 turnovers also for the Miami Heat. Some of the difference, even the Bulls, their 3-point shooting was terrible this year. This game. 7 for 29, 24%, 48% overall from the field. The 48% overall from the field, not bad at all. Miami Heat were 49% from the field, but they were 38.7% from 3-point range. It's going to be tough to win games like that, period. Tough to win games like that. Miami Heat also with 9 offensive rebounds to the Bulls, 5 offensive rebounds. Tristan Thompson with one of those, 2 from Javonte Green, 1 from Nicola, and 1 from Zach LaVine. That's another thing that I will say that Lonzo will help out a lot. Lonzo got a lot of offensive rebounds. So that's one thing Lonzo, as well as having Tristan, will help some on. So we'll see what that does. Bad loss, but no ball movement, and including when they pass to Vooch. Miami's defense is very good, and Vooch has to pass the ball, but the offense is better when Vooch is eating in the paint. Kudos. Yes, 100%. 100%. MC Season says, no defense, no ball movement, real bad coaching. The Bulls lost in every aspect. This is for sure. This is for sure. E-Bill, no. That is a lazy fan statement. No, the trade wouldn't. There's no trade that would have fixed this. You give me, I'm going to ask you something. Give me a realistic trade, right? A realistic trade that would fix this. It's not one. I'm telling you, I can stop you right now. There's not one. Opinion. Number one, a real contender needs a great defensive player in the big three, and we don't have that. No, that's not necessarily true either. You need a great team defense, which hopefully we can get back to. Injuries are no excuse because every team is suffering right now. But the offseason moves, do you think we need to do? I'm not talking about offseason moves yet. I don't get into that. We'll talk about that after the season. There's still a lot of games left to be played. We'll still have 20 games left to be played. 2-13 versus top teams. Yep. And I think both of those wins against the Denver Nuggets. I believe both of those wins are against. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I may be tripping there. Why do I feel like both? I know one of them at least is against the Denver Nuggets. We can't beat hood teams right now. So what you talking about, like the neighborhood crackheads? We can't beat them. Nah, I know what you mean. We can't beat good teams. JJ Ortiz says simply no effort, getting out coached, no rotations, no simple communication on defense, no movement on offense. Bro, basketball is not hard. Simply play backyard basketball. It needs to be backyard basketball isn't going to help in the NBA, but they are lacking on some of the very fundamentals of things for sure. If we don't turn around our defensive switching, defensive intensity, ball movement with cutting, we're in real trouble come the first round of the playoffs. That one's from Frenchie. Rondo 2 Raw, bro, I'm going to have a fucking stroke dealing with this team. Why the F is Caleb Martin? But see, that's the thing. Usually, we always let a role player go off. That's not what I'm worried about. Matter of fact, in most cases, I won't mind a role player going off because usually when the Bulls are playing really good defense, role players will go off, but we stopped everything else. So, it looked like you have those games where like crazy players will go off for like 20, 25 points. But then when you looked at the stat sheet, we forced the team's better players to shoot terrible percentages. And we were winning. That's not happening now. Raul says this was painful to watch. It absolutely was, brother. Absolutely was. J. Lar says, Haize, we got to keep it real. Bulls fans got a long way to go. Playing like this is a trend. 60 games won't change. In the 20s left, absolute disappointment. Yes, it was definitely disappointing. Vincent Harris says, I do not know if I just piss off, but Bulls fans play soft against good teams. I wouldn't necessarily say it's soft against good teams, but I get what you're saying, especially when they're losing a lot of the 50-50 balls, stuff like that. I get why you would label it soft. I don't necessarily feel that way, but I get it. This needs to be the last loss to the Heat this season. Well, hell, do we play the Heat against this again this season? Do we play the Heat 4 times this season? I can't remember. I don't remember. But hell, we'll see. We'll see. Let me try to pull up the schedule real quick. See the next time we play the Heat. So we do play Miami again April 2nd. By then, we should have Alex Caruso, Patrick Williams, and Lonzo back, I would hope. So, yeah, yeah. Millar Miller says 2 words: do. I agree with you. I agree with you. Julia Jewell says we're getting exposed. Sloppy plays, turnovers, defense has to become non-existent. Sometimes we look like we're just out there. The coach has no answers, no plays to make an impact. Woo! That is a lot to be said, but that is almost gospel from Julia. Bulls should be winning or having close games. I know we have key defenders out, but wins come out of effort. We also have a big offensive threat when Levine and DeRozan are hot. Agree? Yeah. I mean, offense. I've always said offense usually is going to take care of itself on this team. Usually, right? You're going to have the occasional bad game where 2 out of the 3 are bad, but usually or historically, that's when either Kobe, Io, somebody would step up. Once we get everyone back, I think some of that goes away. But I agree with what you're saying. Josh Simmons says the most disgusting part is losing the role players. Granted, that's how Miami plays, but if Jimmy had a 40-point double-double, you could chalk it up to great player having a great day. I don't really focus on that, but I get what you're getting at with that. I think one was against Utah also. Does Utah have an above 600 record? I don't remember. So maybe you're right. But I thought they were. Did we lose a game in Denver? I know we let's see. Let's see if I can find it real quick. So no, both of those come against Denver. So when we say top teams, we're talking about teams with over 600 records. So yeah, I know we beat Utah as well, but I don't think they have an over 600 record. So there you go. What's Utah's record right now? Utah is 38-22. So no, that would be over the 600 record. Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. From here on out, I'm blaming Billy. He's starting to show his stubbornness. Wow. Wow. Both of them, the Nets are not over 600, my brother. Not at least currently, not right now. Not with how they've been playing lately. Let's look at the standings. So the Brooklyn Nets right now are 32-30. They're at 516 win percentage. So they are not over 600. So no, those do not count. Utah Jazz are over 600. And the Denver Nuggets are they're at 5.9. That could have just changed. So Heat missing Lowry, Oladipo, and Morris. We have no excuse. Nah, well, with the way that the Heat play, right? How you play is impactful. I would like Oladipo he's been a non-fucking factor. So we don't even know what version of Oladipo they're gonna get back when he does come back healthy. But hey, the Heat has still been playing. JDH says maybe it's time to lower expectations until further notice. I remember this is a ramp up year for our season. Our Bulls are back. It takes patience to win it all. Here's what I'll say. Um, I have your expectations. Expectations are fine, right? That just shows faith and belief in your team. Um, Realistic expectations, but you don't lower your expectations per se because again, we still haven't seen a fully healthy version of this team. It's easy to work yourself into thinking that this team can be much better once the sum of all the parts are together. Zach Lasagna says, hot take, Levine will get traded this offseason to Nikola Vucevic. See, you've been in the shades crack, have you? Rumors about AD are swirling. Yeah, don't believe the rumors. Don't buy into the hype. Mr. Glass is not coming to Chicago. Yeah, that surprised me. The Denver isn't a 600 team. I thought that they were. They're 5'9", 5'9", so they'll be 600 sooner rather than later. Bulls record would be 49-33 by the end of the season. I still think the Bulls get 50 wins. This is a good indicate like this is a good like timeline of how it's gone this season. Kobe, Vooch, Troy Brown Jr., and now Billy. That's very much how it's gone. Very much how it's gone. Zach Zach Lazani says, "Hot take, I suck." Oh, that's Zach Levine. That's no, you don't suck. I want Tristan Thompson to get more minutes, man. It's so clear at this point how he positively contributes to the team and brings energy. Tristan Thompson definitely had a better game than Vooch. He did more with less. Well, that's subjective. Also, keep in mind, players play more minutes. It's not like you just translate immediately into having the same type of impact, especially when you're playing against better competition. Tristan Thompson has been playing great for us, though. I really like the minutes we've been seeing from Tristan Thompson. I said I would like to see Tristan Thompson more towards the 20 minutes. He got 16 minutes in this game. He was 0 for 1 from the field, 2 for 4 from field goals, one rebound. So again, like, and seeing him out on the floor is different than the stat line. But I wouldn't say that it's hugely better than Vooch, considering Vooch is the much better offensive player. Vooch still 50% shooting night, 7 for 14. But overall, like it's gonna, and we're gonna hear a lot more of this, especially while Vooch is struggling. You're gonna hear a lot more of the play Vooch, play Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson better. You're gonna get a lot of that. Gonna get a lot of that. The Nets gonna mess around and play the number one seed. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And that's very well could be a possibility. That's very well within the realm of possibility. Hawks, Bucks, and 76ers coming up. We will be 0-5. Let's listen, don't speak that evilness into my spirit. Let's not say we gotta have positivity. Let's hope that this team figures it out. Billy Donovan makes some adjustments. These losses wake them the hell up with some certain things. We get Zach Levine being more aggressive. Zach is still being a little timid out there at times. There's a lot of things to point to that need to change. Troy Brown Jr. has been a disappointment this season. You can only be for me. You can only be a disappointment if I expected anything out of you. I did not expect anything out of Tristan Thompson this season. I'm sorry, out of Troy Brown Jr. this season at all. Go back to my preview video. There was somebody arguing with me in one of my season preview videos because they're like, "Oh, Troy Brown Jr. is clearly going to be a better player than Kobe White," and I'm like, "There's no proof to that." And he's been largely terrible. But again, keep in mind he will not be playing any in a couple of weeks. And that's just fact. And it feels good to be able to say that that's fact because you know goddamn well it's coming. So, yeah. He gonna mess around and lose to the Nets in the first round. That would be crazy, right? That would be crazy. But again, like I've been saying with several things, not necessarily out of the realm of possibility either. Because the way that you look at it, um, the way that you look at it is that if the Nets get rolling and Ben Simmons can get going in these last 20 odd games before the playoffs and they can really build a chemistry, that team can be dangerous. When you look at what else they got, Seth Curry and things like that, that team can be very, very dangerous. And to think that a team may have to face them in the first round of the playoffs, the number one seed may have to face them in the first round of playoffs. That could be crazy. Crazy. Tariq says, "Hey, Hayes, just curious, what grade do you give Donovan so far? I'm conflicted whether I think he's going. He's doing great, keeping this team together. Awful. Listen, the one thing I will say is that considering everything that this team has been going through, keep in mind, Billy Donovan trusted Io DeSumo. So he's made some really good decisions. And as somebody said earlier, is that he's a very much a player's coach, but he's made some good decisions, trusting Io, letting Io develop, things like that. You know, the like I said, at one point in time, considering we didn't have a backup center, playing Derrick Jones Jr. as backup center and him doing fairly well in that pick and roll, those type of things. Billy Donovan is a good coach. The adjustments part and getting outclassed by and only by elite coaches, right? It's not like fucking James Borrego is out coaching Billy Donovan, but it's the elite, the upper echelon coaches that are absolutely out coaching Billy Donovan. So overall, with that being said, and the season isn't over with yet, I think right now my grade for Billy Donovan, and this could be me being a prisoner of the moment. I do want to admit that because I'm really frustrated how this team has played the last 3 games, really. And I know we won the Atlanta game, but I'm still disappointed in how the team played overall down the stretch in that game. Like it's a solid C plus for me from Billy Donovan. A solid C plus for me. That could easily be much better than that. If everybody was still healthy. It's just man, man, things have been going left. I actually want the, I don't worry about seeding Byron. Ricky Fontaine, Troy Brown Jr. is now my Alfonso McKinney. Oh, don't get me wrong. Now that Alfonso is gone, listen, once when this offseason finally does happen and certain players leave, listen, it's gonna get really interesting. I'm gonna throw several celebrations. But yeah, Troy Brown Jr., man. I'm just happy when he won't be getting minutes anymore. Chicago Bulls Nation says, I still think we can beat Miami in a 7 game series. Oh, I still fully healthy. I give this team that they can beat anybody in a 7 game series. They just need to prove it and do it, right? But they have the skill to for sure. No communication on defense. That is the big thing. Is the communication aspect. I think people forget how much of defense is effort, being heads up, being active, and communicating to your players. Like there are several times, and Stacey King's talked about it too in the last couple of games, of telling your man, "Hey, screen coming," stuff like that that this team just isn't doing. But once Lonzo and AC come back, oh, believe me, those things are gonna fix themselves very quickly. Tomorrow is the 1st of March. Crazy. Oh wait, how did I get skip down one? Tomorrow is the 1st of March. Crazy how time flies. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Alana says, I honestly just want to see Caruso and Lonzo back. I miss seeing them scrappy and running around on defense. Oh yeah, like Lonzo on defense is just a thing of beauty to watch. Like it was, I still always go back to that one play. I forgot the team that it is, where literally he guarded like 4 different players on a possession after like they got offensive rebounds and things. Like he was all over the place. Lonzo is such an intelligent. His basketball IQ is amazing on both sides of the ball. That's why I do want to see him run the offense a little bit more. And Alex Caruso, everything you can say about Lonzo in many ways, as far as the basketball IQ and defense, you can say the same thing about Alex Caruso. So yeah, and to see them and Patrick Williams come back, Tristan Thompson now, I really can't wait to see that. But hey, Haize, did you know that Zone Caruso? I don't give a damn. They're still not as fragile as Alex Caruso. Fucking COVID be damned. All right. And we know Alex got fucked up on a dirty ass play. Like, I don't give a damn about that. AD is Mr. Glass. I don't care how many games. Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball could have played a combined 5 games, and I still wouldn't say that they're as fragile as Mr. Glass. So yeah, no, keep him far, far away from my team. Far away from my team. Do you think DeMar is tired? That could very well be a thing, right? I've been saying for a very long time that I do want to see DeMar's minutes come down to more of a 32, 33 minute a game type thing. That he's been getting 35 to 37 minutes for so long throughout the most part of the season that I don't know if it's necessarily uh, I don't know. I don't know. It may be some of that for sure. He's also being officiated really roughly, but you want to see those minutes come down for sure. Alana says, for real, they read defensive situations so well and how to pass the ball instead of offense really well. I'm telling you, Lonzo Ball in the way that he communicates. Look at the way. And this people say, oh, the team, like I'm talking about specific things like look at the way that Zach LaVine and even DeMar, how much better on and off the ball defense they played, right? They specifically played when they were on the court with Lonzo Ball. And the amount of time that he talks to them and calls out what's happening, he makes players around him very much better defenders because he lets them know what's coming their way. No, I gotta disagree with you here, Michael. ISO ball does not create ball watching. Players sitting around and watching the ball create like an ISO ball sometimes is created by players not doing anything. You can't pass the ball to players who are standing around and you have smart defenders who see that the player that you could pass to hasn't moved in 10 seconds. So no, that's throwing too much bail there. ISO ball can be a problem and is a problem in certain times. But sometimes, right? Look at it literally DeMar and Zach have nothing, and even Vooch sometimes can't do anything else because players are so, especially in crunch time, they are so afraid to make a mistake. They're just sitting back and watching. So no, ball movement does not come. You pass the ball because of ball movement. Movement doesn't come from passing the ball. You have to move to get the ball. You have to cut. You have to come off screens. You have to move. Movement creates the defense have to move, which creates mismatches. You have to move even when you don't have the ball. So no, that's you can't just say iso ball creates lack of ball movement. No, no, you have to move without the ball regardless. Regardless, some of the hell, the Nets are a heavy isolation team, but you know what the difference is? The players that don't have the ball, they continually move. Yes, they have players like KD and they've had Harden, but at the same time, their players move without the ball even when they're doing ISO ball situations. Even when. Fuck, Golden State Warriors are a key reason why ball movement is important because Steph absolutely goes into isolation a lot. But the difference is a lot of his isolation plays don't end with him shooting because players move without the ball. You got to have ball movement regardless. Chicago Bulls Nation, but our two guys that are the offensive smotherers are not there. From the point we lost AC and Zoe, even when winning, our offense has been jerky. That's more so trying to make the situation fit an ailment that we have. Because no, there have also been several times and several games in which since they've gone down, our ball movement has looked pristine. Pristine. So no, it's not just them. It's not just offense mothers or not. Like no, it's not just that. That definitely plays a role in it, but it's not just that. I'm telling you right now, if with the way that Billy Donovan is calling and running these plays, if you bring AC and Lonzo back, it's going to give you another shooter out there, but it's not going to change everything else because they need to preach to these players to keep moving without the damn ball. Keep moving without the damn ball. Alana, who's been on fire today. Hot take. I feel like if the Bulls meet the Celtics or maybe even the Cavs in the first round, we may have a chance to move on. We have a chance to move on to the second round. But I'm telling you right now, the Cavs are going to be hard out for any team they face in the first round. Any team. The Cavs are going to give, and I'm not saying that it's going to go 7 games or anything like that, but I'm telling you, if it's 4 games, if it's 5 games, if it's 6 games they play, whoever faces the Cavs are going to feel that. And don't be surprised if they have less steam going into the next round because of facing the Cavs. In the Jordan era, Phil was a good coach, and the team made him look good. So any flaws he had, you really couldn't see them. Just don't want it to be said. All this talent and the coach is shitty. Julia is on Billy Donovan's ass. Haize, Billy, and the coaching staff have to get better to make the playoffs outside of ISO play, move, cut, screen. Then, if not, Billy got to go. I'm telling you, listen, the more and more, I even said it today in the pregame. I'm like, Billy Donovan is not going to be fired. If anything, it won't happen until next season after the Bulls, continue to build on this roster. And then if they show, but I'm telling you, if right now, I'm saying it right now, if by chance The Bulls get completely outclassed, and God forbid our first round exit, Billy got to go. Billy got to go. I can see them giving him maybe another season, but listen, I lose more and more faith in Billy Donovan the more I see him outclassed by other coaches, if that makes sense, right? Just looking at what the way Billy Donovan runs offense, just looking at those things as a bare bones level, you're like, oh, he does a lot of good things. But when you get complete, still, I'm still not over the fact we got demolished by a pick and roll. So yeah, if Billy Donovan keeps getting outclassed, listen, those Fire Billy chants are gonna get loud. Loud. Bulls look lost, defeated, and pathetic. Billy 50, team 50 to blame. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. No, listen, no. Is not going to start. Y'all got to stop. Like floor spacing is a thing. You lose all of that with Tristan. Tristan Thompson is not going to start for this team. Y'all got to get off that, man. Y'all got to get off. I'm seeing that more and more. Tristan Thompson is not going to start for this team. Period. Who has it the worst? Julia hatred for Billy Donovan or Clay's hatred for Cleveland? Oh, Cleveland, the city. I fucking hate Cleveland. I hate Cleveland. We can beat any team in the first round, but can get beat by any in the playoffs now. That's a great point, Dad. Great point. Young Black says it's not Billy Donovan, it's missed opportunities and certain players missing their assignments. That's still coaching. That rolls down to coaching. That goes down to coaching. And it's not just missing their assignments, it's the defensive scheme overall. The Bulls played the same defensive scheme in the first quarter that they did in the fourth quarter. You know why? Because no adjustments were made. When you do that after you get murdered, like that's a coaching issue. That is a coaching issue. On top of that, when you look at coaches like Eric Spoelstra, even like Doc Rivers, when you see the way that those coaches will change their look, they'll throw different looks at you to try to confuse you and keep you off your guard. We don't do that as a Chicago Bulls team. Though those are coaching issues. Haize, what did I tell you? I knew they were going to come in talking crazy. Well, yeah, anytime they lose. I'll take Bulls will face the Cavs in the first round. Bulls win 4-2. What? Listen, I'm not. Look, what? Come on, man. We're way too far. I'm not getting into that. Hey, who's most likely the Bulls going against? I have no idea. The East is way too tight to predict right now. The East is way too tight. What is from the first to the eighth seed is literally separated by like 5 games or something like that. It's way too tight to even try to predict that. So the eighth seed is 9 games out of first place, for example. The top 6 teams are only separated by 5.5 wins. So no, it's way too close to try to predict any matchups right now. Hey, let's be real. We should sit Zach to no, you know what? No, like mm, no, you don't sit Zach. You need Zach to work himself out of it. And he's gonna, regardless of how no amount of time you sit Zach Levine in this season is going to make it any better for him. He needs to find a way to manage pain. He needs pain management. He needs his body to adjust. So no, you don't sit Zach. What? Billy Donovan is a good coach. In his first season, 39-21. He has to have players to play their strengths. I think Chicago Bulls can bounce back. I'm optimistic. I think they have the ability to, but again, it's nobody's saying he's a terrible coach, but he does not make adjustments. He does not make adjustments at all. He just doesn't. With AC and LB back, it's going to be great. But basketball is not a two-man sport; it's a team effort and a collective one at that. That's for sure. What did I just see? No, not that one. If Billy Donovan doesn't step up, do you see the Bulls trading for Reginald? I'm not, and that's not to say there have been coaches that have been traded, but no, what? No, the Bulls aren't. Y'all just love to talk about trades. Next thing you're gonna ask if the Bulls. Never mind. Come on, man. Come on. Trolls, bots, and fair weather fans are in full force tonight. Shout out to the mods. Yeah, I got the best mods in the business. Where is Smear 60? Has anyone seen Smear 60 tonight? That was like the Bulls are going to trade Billy Donovan for Jeremy Grant. That's probably the next rumor that's going to be started. Like, motherfuckers love making up trade stuff. Like, Jesus Christ. Y'all be killing it with the trade stuff. Like, Jesus. Brandon Peck, good point. Let's just try to get back on track. That's all we can do this season. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Billy's too busy beating on that gum. Y'all love killing Billy Donovan about that gum. I wish nobody even mentions trade. Now I'm getting a bunch of trade ideas in the comments. Not doing it. Hey, if we're gonna lose, let's lose now, learn, and get ready for the playoffs. No, let's win and learn and get ready for the playoffs. But I get what you're getting at, brother, for sure. Tariq says, I really appreciate you putting fair weathers in their place. It's my favorite part of your streams. Man, listen, it's crazy. It's crazy. Benny the Bull missing his backwards half court shot. Trade him. That is funny. I think the Bulls need to work on ball movement and defending the pick and roll when teams use it against us. Yeah, and they also need to find a better that zone or combo zone defense that some teams use completely like the Bull and the Heat throwing those quick double teams at DeMar. Like, oh man, that's just it was so ugly in that first half. Julie with the facts, and I'm so happy. Trade deadline is done, and so is the buyout as of thank God. Listen, I really thought after the Bull, I don't know why I thought this. After the Bulls signed Tristan Thompson, it was literally going to stop with the signing ideas. Like Bulls fans, like, oh my God, Moses Brown. Like, I'm so tired of hearing Moses Brown. Like, I'm so fucking tired of hearing that man's name. He's not coming. I'm so happy when this buyout market is over, too. So happy when this buyout market is over. Stay Tracy King to get John Morant. Now, stay Tracy King for Franz Wagner. He's going to be in love. He'll be pissed that he's not here to call him, but Stacey King's love of Wagner is fucking weird. Move the ball. Can't rely on DeMar every game for facts. Facts. Trade Biggie Bagel. Yes, that whole trade all three of them. I'm so tired of that race. I hate that thing. Little squid. Little squad. I know I'm getting old, man. I would not sign Levine to the max. I mean, okay, but you pick your username as Lil Squad. Lil Squad. Wow. Hey, see what happens when we get healthy, and if we can't get a win against the top team, then panic. I mean, I'm not going to panic at all into the playoffs. Like once we're like 2 games into the series, and like Billy Donovan's just getting outclassed like hell. All right, then we're gonna start panicking, right? I'm not gonna panic until then. Who the fuck is Moses Brown? Listen, bro. Like, it's so crazy how people were just obsessed over Moses Brown for like a week or two. It's crazy. Eminem should make a song about Jordan. What? If you don't sign Levine to the max, someone will. Oh yeah, no, Levine's getting the max. Like anybody. Listen, this I'm gonna walk you guys through how to avoid having conversation with basketball illiterates. Right, I'm gonna walk you through it. Right, anybody who says we need a player and then they just mention whoever was named in the most recent rumors, don't listen to them. They don't know shit. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Anybody who says, "Oh, don't sign him to the max," like that's a fucking option if you want to keep him, don't listen to him. Shut the fuck up. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. Next, if you are talking to somebody and they mention, "Oh, why isn't Marco getting minutes from the G League?" Tell them to shut the fuck up. Don't listen to him. Get the fuck out of here. Like those will keep those simple things, right? Oh, and any motherfucker who brings in a screenshot of the trade machine, don't listen to him. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Those things, I'm telling you, will save you from getting into a conversation with basketball illiterates. I'm telling you, it's literally cleansing for the soul to avoid those two things. Read the first sentence. It usually tells you how literate they are when it comes to basketball topics. Move the hell on, get the fuck out, shut the fuck up. Like that's all you got. I'm telling you, that's all you got to do. It's my Twitter has been so peaceful since I applied that methodology. I'm telling you guys, that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. Justice, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. Are you grateful? Bulls suck. Bulls don't suck. Your mama sucks. She should have swallowed you. Hey, do you think we're going to slide down? Yeah, I do. I think it could get very ugly here for us for a while. See, comments like this, when people say that, when Vooch is literally top 8 in every statistical category in this position, shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here, don't listen to him. I'm telling you guys, that's all you got to do. It helps so much. It helps so much. Bro, YouTube recommended me inside the Chicago Bulls because of you. Said Chicago Bulls Central viewers watch. No, because a lot of my viewers do watch this shit. I don't understand why they still do, but hey, I'm not here to judge. It is what it is. Like it is what it is, man. He is literally the tabloid of Chicago Bulls media. It is what it is. There's 5 Haizes out there. That is funny. Oh man, that's a violation. Hayes, don't mess around smacking that troll. Listen, man. Oh, thank you, Brandon LJ, man. I appreciate you always supporting the channel at that level, man. I'm about to send you a bunch of free shit, my brother, because you're always supportive. And I appreciate you. 199 to be a troll. Big bank, take a little bank. Oh man. Just said where your mom had if she's hovering like that. Hayes, I'm so glad you're still keeping this channel. Hayes not having nothing to BS tonight, and I'm with it. Listen, y'all picked the wrong night, man. That is crazy. That man spent his money to get flamed. That is hilarious, bro. Wow, that is crazy. Oh man. Woo, that is funny, man. Petty. Petty is here. Oh man. Oh man. I appreciate it, Hayes. Just love the channel and the chat. That is funny, man. Woo! That is crazy. All right, here we go. Let's get back into it. The standings in the East are going to change so much in these next couple of weeks since all the teams are so close. Yep, it definitely the run from here to the playoff. I would say this: the last 10 games of the season are going to be so interesting for so many teams because you got to think there are going to be so many teams fighting to get to that play-in, right? To go from an actual playoff spot to, from a play-in spot. Right now, the 10th team is only 11 games out of first place. So it's going to be really interesting 10 games in the East, last 10 games in the East. And I for one can't wait to see it. Like I can't wait to see. I may do halftime hangouts for games that aren't even Bulls games in the last week of the season because it's going to be so interesting for everything with playoff season. It's going to be really interesting. Imagine paying $2 to get flame. Hey man, that's hilarious. Bloss, super chat. Hey, thank you for supporting the channel, my brother. I appreciate you. Love you, Hayes. Was down about that game, but these streams always get me laughing. It's always something, man. It is always something. It's always something, man. Woo, that is funny. Man. Who do you see coming out of the West? I really think it's going to be the Suns or the Warriors. But you know what? I would honestly not be surprised. Mark my words. I would not be surprised to see the Grizzlies make it out the West. I just wouldn't. They're younger. They're so versatile. Ja Morant, you can see possibly doing one of those series where he literally just gets God on God level. Those things happen. They have a chance, but I think it's definitely going to be Golden State or the Suns. Top notch is he's 20. Listen, any grown ass man who goes when they're talking to other grown ass men about sports, you just got to check out on them, man. Like the fact that he does another banger, like, dude, what are you smacking on? Nuts? Like, what? Like, that's literally the mouth, the noise that. Never mind. This channel's gonna get shut down. I'm not gonna have no choice. But yeah, any grown man who makes that sound when talking about to other men about sports, you got to check out on, man. You got to check out on. Who does who does that? Like, why you're like who? What possesses you as a man to do that that sound effect when talking about sports? Like, did your mouth get watery talking about dudes that playing in their basketball shorts? What happened, Top Notch? What happened? And then the intro. What it do? YouTube? Are you sounding it out with your finger? What the fuck is happening, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. I'm out. Oh man. Exactly. That is not the sound a man makes. Like literally. Are you actively smacking the dick on side of your face while you're making that sound effect? Top Notch, what are you doing? Top Notch, if you're watching this, brother, I just gotta know what possesses you to make that sound, my friend. What is it, bro? The people need to know. You know what? We don't need to know. Whatever you do in the privacy of your own home, that's on you, my brother. That's on you. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. Ben Grail says, "Stop hating on every YouTube channel. Be humble for fuck's sake." No, no. Your mama's blowing me right now while I'm recording this video. By the way, like you can't see the desk. I don't have any pans on. Your mom's head right here. But no, I'm not doing it. Can hold a good petty roast down. Listen, once petty is out, he's out. Yeah, Top Notch doesn't seem too original. Help, I'm being abused. What? What? Oh man. Oh man, listen, that is hilarious. Woo! Oh my god. Oh, oh man. Oh man. Woo. All right. All right, let's get back on track here. Whoa, I have no idea what just happened. I have no idea how we got here. I have no idea what we got here. Oh man. Woo. Oh man. Jesus. Okay, what we got here? Michael Galileo says, "Hey, he's dropping a book tomorrow. How to increase your life in YouTubers' careers." Uh, oh man. Samuel, hey Hayes, this is Sam from Chicago. I'll be following your channel lately. Nice content, loving. I appreciate that you're appreciating the content, brother. Whoa, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh God, man, that is funny. YouTube security is coming to your door, Hayes. Talk about you. Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's get back on topic. Whew, man. Okay. Let's get it. Yeah, I have no idea how to get back on basketball topics after this. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man. Yeah, it's so funny, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh man, I swear our streams after losses be even better sometimes than streams after wins, right? Not from a basketball conversation standpoint, but from a you never know what the hell is going to happen. But my hat definitely would have turned backwards after this, man. It definitely would have turned backwards after this. Listen, the trolls are out. This video is only 91% liked. Like usually I'm at 98, 99%. And I'm sure it's because I flamed a couple of people in it. I don't even give a damn. It is what it is. Y'all deserved it. Y'all, everybody I flamed today, y'all deserved it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Babatunde says, yeah, let's talk about how we can't beat any top team. We talked about it. It sucks. We talked about it. Billy Donovan got to do his thing, man. You got to do his thing. Petty was overdue. Oh man, that is so funny. Breaking Petty has escaped. Petty was overdue. It's been a minute since Petty Roosevelt came out like this. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It's so funny. It's so funny. Whew, man. Let's see what JoJo has. Do you think the Bulls are playing with less effort because they are scared? Tristan Thompson may steal their girl while they're out on the floor playing. I thought this. I literally thought this was a serious comment. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. Woo. Two N words, one motherfucker. He has more records than Dave Will. Ben Grills, your mom's invites everyone to. Oh wow, that's deep. Alana, which is funny because Alana's my daughter's name. Imagine you announcing with Stacy and Adam. Y'all will be laughing the whole time, not even talking about basketball. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh man, woo! Sweaty bloke shooting his shot. He says Alana's cute. All right, sweaty bloke, I see you shooting your shot. If you're not in her DMs in the next 5 minutes, you a punk though. Go hit them DMs, boy. Slide in them DMs. Bro, I can't tonight. I have no idea. No idea what's going on tonight, man. Like I have no idea. I don't even remember how we got here, bro. I have no idea how we got here. I flamed like three people, and maybe the same person from different accounts. I don't even know, man. I have no idea how this happened. What it do, man? Oh man, listen, top not listen. I should tag him in this shit. The video's too long though. He won't watch it because his actual basketball conversation at the beginning. But man, that shit is funny. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Oh man. Non-basketball related. Who's your favorite three Batman villains? Joker for sure. I know that's easy to cop out. Hush. Um, yeah, Hush is probably above Joker, to be honest with you. Um, Are we counting Deathstroke as a Batman villain? Because I love Deathstroke and Batman in the comics. Oh man. Oh man, I'm surprised Tony Snell hasn't been roasted today. I mean, we roasted the hell out of Tony Snell. There's really not much left to do, man. There's not much left to do. Listen, Bloke said, "Hey, he's willing to risk it all." Bloke said, "Fuck all that." He said, "I see you, Lana. I like you. I want you." That's what he said. That's what he said. Best part is someone paid you to roast him. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Pablo says, can we talk about how the Heat blitzed every high pick and roll, which resulted in steals and easy transition offense? Yeah, they just listen. Eric Spoelstra's defensive scheme in this game, and that's one thing. And I think somebody mentioned it earlier, but the chat refresher didn't get to pick their comment. Is what we're seeing too is a combination of teams, especially the smart coaches, have figured out what the Bulls are doing. Absolutely. When I think I said that at the beginning of the stream. For a while there looked like the Heat knew exactly what plays the Bulls were running for at least the like 20 possessions in a row. It was crazy. It was crazy. Oh, and Haize kind of gets on it. Haize, do you think teams have started to create defensive scheme for the Bulls? What adjustments do you think we can make? We can make a lot of adjustments. Any adjustment. Make an adjustment, Billy Donovan. Any adjustments right now. Whew, man. Oh God. That is so funny. Reginald Shore says Rashad Ghul, and Venom Savage are his most dangerous opponents. That is, yeah. Y'all leave Alana alone. All right, listen. Leave Alana alone, people. Bloke is out of there. Out of there. Alana says, I appreciate y'all shooting your shot. Listen, don't tell these savages you appreciate them shooting their shot. That is so funny. Spoelstra looks like he hasn't gotten laid since LeBron left. He eats, sleeps, breathes, and shits basketball. Hey, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for today. We had a lot of fun, y'all. That is crazy, man. That is wild. That's crazy. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. How did I start roasting Top Notch? What happened? How did that even come up? I have no idea, but that boy's gonna be salty if he sees this. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Alana, I hope you come back. I apologize that these audio's gone. Can you hear me? Okay, I think everybody else can hear me, Julia. But all right, y'all. Ooh, man, listen. That is funny. Funny. All right, yeah. I thought everybody else can hear me. All right. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Julie. Julie's phone just shut her down. Oh man. Ben Grail says, my audio's been no, that's your mama slobbing me under the desk, bro. Like, I mean, I have some respect for your mama, bro. Like, let your mama suck dick in peace. Can't your mama gotta suck dick too, bro? Top Notch can't be the only one sucking dick on air. Leave her alone, man. Leave her alone. But anyway, I love y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. I'll be back. We'll be live again. We'll be live again at the next game, which I think the Bulls don't play again till Thursday, I believe. But yeah. So make sure you guys are following the podcast at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave us a text and or voicemail, you can do so at 773-270-2799. Thank you guys so much for having fun with me today, man. I love you guys, man. Like everything, like I like to end everything on. Go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace.